Gentlemen, how are you doing? Thank you for the skits, for the nice presentation. We've enjoyed it, and I can see you're bright and active kids. My name is Levin, and I'm coming from Bingwa magazine. Bingwa magazine is a magazine for the children of Africa. It's a source of information, advice, fun, and a forum where they can express themselves, where they can write articles on every issue that they know about in Uganda. We named it Bingwa. Do you know what Bingwa means? Bingwa means champion. Bingwa is a Swahili word that means champion in English, okay? Now, we named it Bingwa because the magazine has all the content that can mold you into becoming champions of tomorrow. You see, we have a lot of evils that are happening in our country right now, and the worst that is happening is corruption. Now, we want your young generation to come up with a corruption-free mind. Do you know what corruption is? No. Corruption, let me first tell you what corruption is. For you little kids, I'll just give you examples of what corruption might mean to you at your age. When a friend gives you 3 sweets to dispute between your 3 friends, and you decide to give them 2 sweets and you keep 1 in your pocket and you let them share the 2, yet they have told you to give them 3, that means you are a corrupt person. Do you know now what it means? By you keeping 1 sweet in your pocket means that 1 person is not going to get what he was supposed to get. This is also happening when the government gives out money for education, for medicine, and some people steal it. Okay? Now you understand what corruption is? Corruption is being not honest. A person who is not dependable, a person who steals public funds, or a person who steals what he has been given to deliver to others. You understand now? Yes. Okay, now, this is how the magazine looks like. It's read all over East and Central Africa. It's called Bingwa magazine. Let me talk a little bit about its content. You see, in this magazine, we make sure that 90% of the participation is from you kids. How do you participate? You kids are the ones who write all the articles that are appearing in this magazine. These are articles that are written by children from all over East Africa. Kenya, Tanzania, Southern Sudan, and Uganda, including Rwanda. Okay? Now, what we want from you is to write articles, stories, folk stories to us, and we are going to make a Bingwa team here where you will submit all the articles. Don't you want to appear in a magazine like this? Yes. Now, this magazine has the Fox Pop. Fox Pop is where we ask you a question and you reply. We can ask you, what do you understand by corruption? And then all of you will have a different way of defining corruption. So when we give you a question, we expect different answers from you. By replying to the Vox Pop, you will stand a chance of appearing in this magazine with your face in it. You can imagine, it's spread all over East and Central Africa. You can imagine all the kids in Kenya, Tanzania, Southern Sudan seeing your face in this magazine. It has the 10 attributes of being a champion or being a Bingwa. My friend here, Amy, will explain more about it. It also has articles about child rights. Do you know what child rights are? Yes. Yes, you know. It has articles about children's rights. It has articles about the evils of child labor, corruption. Do you know any other evils or bad things that they do to you? Give me examples. Yes. Come again. Kidnapping. That's very good. Very good. Very good. Teasing. Now, when you read this magazine, it has articles from all over East and Central Africa where kids are narrating or giving us stories of what of the bad things that they have encountered in their lives. You talked about child labor. It's the same as child slavery, kidnapping, sacrifice, all those, okay? It also has educative folk stories. Do you know what folk stories are? Folk stories are some of that you've dramatized here. They are called folk stories. A person writes a story telling you of what happened, but at the end of the story, he explains what the story meant. Do you know what I mean? Now, like I saw a skit about Cinderella and the stepsisters. A person writes a story like that, and then at the end, he tells you, don't be fair to others. Don't abuse others. Help others. You understand what I mean? Those are folk stories. So we have many folk stories that are so educative to your age. We want you to grow up with good morals. We want you to grow up as people who know what is happening around the world and what is bad and what is right. Okay? It also has interviews from successful people. It has interviews from young kids like that, like you yourself. Do you know how old this kid is? This chap here, this girl here is in P5 at Chitante. She's a success story because she's a poet. Do we have some poets here? Do we have any people who are talented in any discipline? Sports, writing? Don't we have? Yes. Don't you wish to appear in our magazine? Now, as you little kids, when you read success stories from other successful kids of your age, you get inspired to even work more. You get inspired to even strive harder. When you're in class, you know that I'm working to become a successful person in future. Okay? We are building champions. Do you know what champions mean? It's Bingwa. Bingwa is a Swahili word, okay? Now, we also have poems, pictures, and quizzes. Do you know quizzes? Yes. We have poems too. We have pictures. All of these illustrate what you little kids go through as you grow up. We have pictures. We have pictures depicting child sacrifice. We are going to leave copies for your school so that you can see what we are talking about, okay? When you see these pictures, actually these pictures are drawn by kids your age. So you don't have to feel like these are, you know, drawn by older people and then they appear in our magazine. This is a 90% child participation, okay? Do we have some people who know how to draw? Yes. Don't you wish your pictures to appear in our magazine? You see, this is one of the success stories that we're talking about. This is a young kid in Kenya who is a success at music. These are the puzzles that we are talking about. These are some of the folk stories that we are talking about. You see? Have you ever seen something like this? Yes. This is like a story. A person is telling a story but using pictures. All of these help you in knowing what is wrong and what is right, okay? When you read the story from the start to the end, you will know what to do at your age, okay? Now, I'll talk about why we decided to put up Bingwa, okay? Now, in this world now, it's infested with corruption, corrupt people, okay? Now, we want to start with your generation that is a little bit, and it's not empty, but it hasn't been corrupted enough, you see? Now, the generation that we have right here is already corrupted. Okay, I would say we are corrupted in some other way, okay? Now, for you, you don't know what corruption is at a higher level, so we want you to grow up knowing what corruption is and all the evils that it brings about in life, okay? Now, this is our main purpose. We want to have a generation with honesty, integrity. We want you to grow up with honesty and integrity. We don't want you to grow up with a corruption mind, all evil thinking that when you grow up and become ministers, all public workers, when the government gives you money, you embezzle it and you build yourself houses. Yes, other people are dying because of lack of what? Medicine. Okay? We also put up this magazine because we want you to lead others into prosperity. Let me tell you, imagine if more than half of you here leave school and prosper in life, you become very big people. Won't you want to help the little kids who did not get a chance of you getting education? Won't you want to help even others who are down, who are poor? So, getting a chance to come to your school, we want you to grow up different from other kids who are in the villages, who we can't access, okay? When you grow up into big people, we want you to lead others into prosperity, okay? We also put up this magazine because we want to have a generation that is educated enough to educate others. How many of you want to become teachers? That's very good. Teachers are doing a very wonderful job. Now imagine, if you grow up with all the information and knowledge that you need to become a successful person, won't you want to teach others what you were taught? Now you've got a chance of us talking to you and the teachers teaching you, imparting knowledge into you. Won't you want to impart that same knowledge into the kids that you will find when you grow up? Don't you want to become good teachers? Okay? That's very good. Now, we also want a generation that is inspired enough to inspire other little kids. I'm telling you, when you get a chance of growing up in a generation that gives you knowledge, now like you have good teachers, we have organizations like us who come and talk to you, you get educated, you get inspired, and when you look at those already successful people, you want to be like them. So when you grow up and be like those you emulated, all you who got you inspired, you will also inspire others. Okay? So grow up to be successful people in order to inspire other little kids. Okay? Now, right now, I will let my colleague Emmy talk about the 10 attributes of being a Bingwa. Okay? Thank you very much.
Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon. Like you said, I'm called Amy from Bingwa, right? He told you about Bingwa. Who remembers what Bingwa is? No? What's Bingwa?
Bingwa means champion.
Yeah, it means champion. Good. Who's a champion? Who's a champion? Yes, correct. Yes? Okay. Yes. The same as hers. Another one? Sorry?
A champion is somebody who is competition.
Yes, correct. Sorry? Yes. Yeah, correct? Correct. They are all correct. So, who's the champion here? Oh, you're not a champion. So, everybody's a champion here, right? So, you're going to win, you're going to, be champions in the future, right? And be Bingwas. Not so. Right?
Yes.
Help each other, Be confident. Not like your friend who came and, pitch from here. Right? So who's going to write articles and drawings for us? Who's willing to do that? So you're going to draw for us, right? You want to be in our magazine. We also want you to be in our magazine as well. Right? Maybe I can let my friend introduce herself.
Thank you, Emmy. Hello, kids.
Hello.
How are you?
Yes.
Can I see some champions? Great, that's good. My name is Botham, and I work with Bingwa Magazine, and I was very happy to be here in front of you. And all I can say is the next time we come back, I want to see champions in sports, champions in education, champions in writing poems or anything. So can anyone promise me they will be able to be champions when we come back?
Yes.
That is good. I'll be back to sign up champions. Thank you very much.
In a few minutes, I'm going to take you through the 10 attributes of being a champion or being a Bingwa, okay? A champion is a learner. When you get to class, pay attention, okay? Pay attention, get the knowledge. Just when you're in class, don't disturb others. Just pay attention and seek knowledge. I'm telling you, to become a successful person in life, you must have knowledge. And when you play in class, when you don't pay attention in class, you will lose. Okay? A champion is honest. Don't steal your friends' pens, okay? You have to be honest in life. A champion has a positive attitude. When teacher Emmanuel gives you a question and then you say, oh my God, this is a hard question, I won't manage, that is a negative attitude. We want you to have a positive attitude. Say, yes, I'm going to answer this question and I'm going to be successful in life. A champion is trustworthy. A champion is self-confident. You have to grow up with self-confidence. You have to be able to talk to your fellow friends. That's how you will maneuver in life, okay? A champion is helpful. A champion supports champion. A champion is polite. Don't abuse your friends. Be polite. Don't be rude. When you do a mistake, say sorry. When a person wants to fight you, just ignore. Say, I'm sorry, okay? A champion loves hygiene and good health. You must be in good health to become a champion, okay? Because if you don't keep good health, you will die, okay? A champion is fair to everyone. Be fair to your friends, okay? Don't be bad to your friends, okay? Now, I want you to say a few words with me as we close up this. I want you to repeat these words. I am a Bingwa.
I am a Bingwa.
Everywhere I go, I make a difference.
Everywhere I go, I make a difference.
I am a Bingwa.
I am a Bingwa.
Everywhere I go, I fight corruption.